Check.
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 Okay, yeah. Okay, navigating through adulthood. I'm took the show on the road. I'm here at Gangster Vegan Organics, live in Norristown, PA. Man, I'm going back to my radio voice. All right, so guys, I did it before, but I'm doing a 7-day juice cleanse. I'm on day 2. Last time I was trying to shoot for 30 days. I only got to 12. All juices, all healthy, fresh, natural juices. So I'm on day 2, and I have my man Vinny The Vegan. This is your whole creation, Gangster Vegan Organics, man.
Yes,
Shout out to Miguel.
Yes. Thank
So,
you, Q. Thank you.
Dude, this is the second time we had to do this because something happened with the program. So we may talk fast or we may not talk fast, but something happened. So this is what happened. This is what happens when navigating through adulthood. When you navigate through adulthood, it's not as easy as when you were a child. Things when you're a child, you're like, oh, I could do A, B, and C. And it's like, yeah, A, B, and C, and that's all you have to do. No, sometimes you have to do things over. Sometimes you have to keep the same energy. This is what life is about. Vinny, my podcast, I just really just talk to the people just about what things I'm going through in life, how I'm trying to get better. I bring people on sometimes. I have some celebrities on, but I just didn't want to make it celebrity based. So then for a couple episodes, I just really just talk to the people. And I wanted to bring you on because, one, I've been knowing you for a while and I've seen your transition from just like the hip hop lifestyle to like now you're a gangster vegan with a storefront and you're inspiring people and you're changing your community, and I wanted to bring you on for that. Telling your story just briefly, and then I want to tell them what happened with me and you this week.
Okay, cool. So, we've been knowing each other probably since 2003, 2002 maybe. And you know my story, but briefly, I had a successful T-shirt company. I did that for about 10 years, sold hundreds of thousands of T-shirts, traveled all over. I went on tours with your favorite rappers, your Jeezys, Jay-Z's, Lil Wayne's. I've been all over. My life revolved around sex, money, drugs, partying, Hollywood lifestyle, rock star lifestyle. That crashed and burned about 5 years ago. I became morally, financially, spiritually bankrupt. I lost everything. Everything, my cars, my money, my women, my people, my friends, everything, my family. And at that moment of rock bottomness, I started to have an awakening, and I was questioning everything I was putting into my body, starting with soda and cigarettes. And then it led to a long year of stopping things, even people that were poisoning me. And at the end of the year, it led me to a road of veganism, which my conception of a vegan before that was corny, feminine, not me,
Spaced out,
hippied out, barefoot, not me and not where I come from. I couldn't put the two together. But this profound awakening I was having at my rock bottomness moment, in the middle, I had a fresh pressed juice, not a Tropicana, not a Minute Maid. This was a fresh squeezed organic orange juice. At 29 years old, and I never had that before in my life. I wasn't taught that. I wasn't fed that. I wasn't, brainwashed that as a child. And that moment had changed my life. That was a life-changing moment. And from that moment on, I would start juicing. And it led me down to a year-long journey, a year-long awakening, and it led me to veganism. And then from there, I started eating better.
And what is veganism? So you don't eat meat?
Yeah, nothing from an animal or animal. So no flesh. Like, I don't eat the animal, the flesh of the animal, and then I don't eat any products, byproducts of the animal, the eggs, the cheese, the milk, the dairy, because that's not the actual flesh of the animal, but it's the secretion of the animal.
Got you.
So nothing with the animal byproduct in it. So there's no seafood, no fish, no nothing. Nothing had a mother and a father.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so, man, like, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I want to say, like, 2011 through 2012, I was going through, a transition, just trying to get to the next level and all these different things, and I started working out, and I thought I was healthy. I was losing weight, and I ran into you because the funny thing is, me and Vinny linked up when I was on the rap show here on the radio, and then I'm down Miami, and I see Vinny down South Beach just riding bikes, just, hey, what's up, Q? I'm like, what the hell are you doing down here? And then I moved to L.A., and one of my guys from, and a funny story, people on my radio show, I guess they were questioning me what I was doing in Philly. Like, I guess they felt like, some guys felt like whatever they were doing in L.A., that was like nobody else was doing things in other parts of the world, or, So I guess they were talking about me. When this one guy was talking about me out in the street, and he knew that you were from Philly, and they kind of like wanted to question you about who I was. Like, yo, this guy Q Deezy really? And you were like, nah, Q was like doing this thing back in Philly. So they came back to the station, and I never told you this. You saying like, Q is official, he's a real dude, changed things for me in there, because this one guy, he was like the street guy for the radio station. And when I mean street guy, like, he was just one of the guys that, like, he knew everybody. Oh, yo, my friend called me. Mayweather just flew in on his private jet. Like, he knew, like, so everybody took his word for, like, gold. And these first couple months were kind of hard for me because, I'm a new guy, new situation. These guys know me from doing radio, but they don't know me.
Yeah.
So when they talked to you, when this one guy knew you, was like, oh, you're from Philly, you know this guy Q Deezy, and you vouched for me, and you said, no, this dude's official, that changed my whole work environment. I never told you that, and I appreciate that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we ran into each other in L.A. from this guy. I was like, yo, no, Q, this dude from, like, he was acting friendly now, like, yo, this dude said he knew you. And I run into you, I'm like, yo, man, what's up? And we just kept having this just reoccurrence in each other's lives.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2012, I lost some weight. I'm, trying to transition into TV. I see Vinny in the airport. I haven't seen him in probably like another 2-3 years. Yeah. And I'm like, whoa, what's up? I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm like, you lost some weight. He's like, you lost some weight, but why are you eating McDonald's? I'm eating a breakfast sandwich about to get on the plane. And he was like, yo, you should do this cleanse. And you were going back and forth from L.A., and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do the cleanse. And you came up to the radio station maybe like a couple months later, and you bought me some juices. And I was sluggish that day, and I drank the juice, and it was like I had like 8 Red Bulls. I was like up, like what is this? Like, it was like you put me on to like stuff that was really right in front of me all my life. Never knew it. So we do the cleanse. Did the cleanse after Thanksgiving of 2013, and at that time I wasn't eating beef or pork, but I was still eating chicken, turkey, fish. I still eat fish now. And we go on this 30, we try to do 30 days all juices. I make it to 12 days, and it changed my life. I haven't eaten turkey or chicken since November 2013, and it changed my life. But while I was doing this cleanse, this juice cleanse, all juices, I saw things like the voices were like coming to me clear. And it may sound crazy to y'all, but I'm just letting y'all know. Voices were clear in my head about how I should be as a father, how I should be as a brother and a son. And one thing that came to me was like, yo, dude, you're too talented. Why are you just doing radio? Why are you, like, you just talking in between songs? Like, that's what you do for a living? Like, you talk in between songs, and when rappers come to town, you, like, talk to them about their beef? Like, that's what you do for a living? Like, it was scary. It was like things were getting too serious for me during that juice cleanse. And I was reluctant to do this juice cleanse. I'm only doing 7 days, but I was reluctant to do this juice cleanse because I was afraid of what was going to become very clear to me during this. A lot of people, I'm putting it on Instagram, they see it like, oh, you're trying to lose weight. Or not, like, does he have anything for losing weight? Yeah. This is more of a spiritual thing than anything. Yeah. And can you just speak on just talking about the stuff you put in your body, how that affects just your life?
Oh, yeah. Well, like we were saying earlier, your input affects your output. But I also say the more you eat from the source, closer to the source, which is the earth, then the closer you are to the source, which is the earth. And that's real. Like, the more I eat straight directly from the earth, like no middleman in between, then the more I am connected with the earth and everything involved on the planet. Yeah. Not just humans, you know what I mean, with everything, like fully aware to everything, the bird in the tree, you know, the cat in the alley, like whatever it may be. I'm just fully aware with that. And I wasn't present to these things when I ate the cheesesteaks and the corner store route, you know, that wasn't present to me. It was always there, but I wasn't present to that.
Yeah.
So when you make a decision to eat, not just eat better, you know, because some people's eating better is like, oh, I don't eat red meat, but I eat chicken. Like, that's not eating better. I say when you eat from the source,
Yeah.
which is like the earth, whatever the earth provided for you. When you eat like that, yeah, then you're connected to that, and there's definitely a spiritual connection to that.
Got you.
You know, I've done 28 days of juice, and I saw a lot of things.
28 days?
A lot, yes.
That's like, man, that's crazy.
It's like, you know, if you look at Gandhi, like, look, you know, he fasted for months, you know, to take a stand for his people. Like, you know, it's possible to really, you know, live without food. We overeat so much, you know, so we're so heavy, and our thoughts are very heavy, you know. So the lighter we eat, the lighter we are, the more we can think.
Got you.
Yep.
Now, Vin, it was one thing that happened this week. And after we talk about this, I want to talk about, you know, how you got this store, because a lot of people want to become entrepreneurs, but they just don't know how. So I was telling them last week on Navigating Through Adulthood about just like being transparent and trying to get better, trying to be a better person. Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, he came on Sunday and he was talking. I felt like he was talking right, looking right at me. I was in the third row. He's looking right at me. And a couple of things he was saying, he was like, yo, we just trying to be, we're actually in Vinny's store right now, so they're grinding up healthy food right now. But it was one thing that he said, it was like, yo, we're trying to be extraordinary, and, you know, good intentions aren't going to get you to the next level. And I was supposed to meet you, let's say, was it Monday? We were playing phone tag. Didn't come. Tuesday, I'm supposed to meet you at 12. I say, yo, Vin, I'm going to be there at 12. I wasn't there at 12. I'll call you at like 12:50. Yo, how long is it going to take you to be here? I'll be there in like 20 minutes. There was a bunch of traffic on the highway, and you called me back, and you said what?
I say you were lacking integrity.
And I got pissed.
Yeah.
Like, how am I lacking integrity, right?
You know how that reads like you're a bad person.
Yeah. Yeah, you said I was lacking integrity.
Right. So you weren't accountable for when you said you were going to be here. So, like, when you're not accountable, you got to take in regard the other person's emotions. You really don't. You're just like, Vinny will understand. I'll be there when I be there.
Yep.
So I could have got mad. I had to be somewhere. Like, you never know what Vinny's thinking. And most people won't let you know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
They'll just blow you off and be like, you know what? I don't want to deal with Q anymore. You know what I mean? This guy did me twice. He didn't come. He doesn't like me. He hates me. But you might just be in traffic and be like, yo, I'll get there when I get there. You know? So you have to be accountable. You can still because people be like, I'm integrity. I don't cheat on my wife.
And I was like, dude, man. I was like, Vinny, it was traffic, dog. I started. Anytime anybody know me, when I start saying fam a lot, like I start famming him to death. I was like, yo, fam, like. I was on the phone with like somebody else. They were just talking
Everything
about
was important.
Stuff.
Yeah, like you wouldn't understand. I had important, like it was an
all
important
about
phone call. My kids, my right.
It was.
But it's like it takes away from like what like okay, I had nothing else to do. But
like
like
you were sitting there waiting for me.
And so you just have to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, my bad, and then move on.
But the one thing you said when I got here, it was like, dude, like your integrity, and it was like, Q. I understand what you're saying. You can't control the traffic, but if we're trying to be extraordinary. Like you could at least picked up the phone and told me you were going to be late. And right when you said extraordinary, I remember E.T. saying, if you're trying to be extraordinary, and then you said, I know you have good intentions. You said the same thing. You weren't at the E.T. conference, but you were like, if you have good intentions, like that's not going to make things like right. Just do what you say you're going to do, or call and be accountable for yourself. I was like, ooh, he got me. I said, dude, for that incident alone, I said, dude, I have to have you on, because I couldn't explain this by myself. Because it's like, oh, I said this, and then Vinny said that. I was like,
that's how ordinary people operate.
Yeah.
When they be like, there was traffic. And, you know, I'm just sitting back and watching you do that. You're playing those stories over and over and over, when it's just like, yo, I got my own way. You know what I mean? Boom, I ain't call you. You know, I broke the agreement. Let's start a new agreement. Yep. Yeah, and that's operating in full integrity and accountability.
Yeah.
And you can break the agreement, though, still within that, you know?
Yeah. And I just felt like it was important for people to hear that, because so many times we get in arguments and we don't look at what we did wrong, and we still like. I don't care how great or whatever you think you are. Like we're human. We all make faults. So, and I'm glad and I appreciate you being able to have that conversation with me because there's been so many people just in my life in general that's like, I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know. I don't want to say what's up with this person because I don't want to have this argument. Yeah. It's not about not having an argument. It's just about being honest and having somebody be able to check you. We all say, I wish we all real ones, and I'm real. I'm real, but if you can't check a person,
as soon as you check somebody, they fight or flight. They either want to fight you or run away from it.
Yeah, and that's not how.
That's ordinary.
That's not how we operate, and that's being ordinary. It's not being extraordinary, and that's not what this podcast navigating through adulthood is about. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
There's so many people. You have your own story. I'm gonna rewind this story. 2 years ago, we did this juice cleanse, and I'm coming to your house. We in the kitchen. Yeah. We doing it from the kitchen.
Trapping.
Yeah, from the kitchen to around the block juicing. How'd you get from doing this, from like juicing from the house, people coming by the house, to your own storefront?
I'm gonna take it like even before the house, because people tend to only see like when it flourishes. They don't really see the struggle, and you can't really paint the struggle. But I told you in the beginning, I hit a rock bottom point, and I had a profound awakening. And when I started getting myself back to a healthy place to actually do something, I started going to vegan restaurants, and I started working at different vegan restaurants. I started like apprenticing, working for free.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah. I had to. But I started a T-shirt business before, so I'm all about starting from nothing, And I had the space of nothing to create everything. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. I created Gangster Vegan. I started making T-shirts, wearing them around. I was going to different places I would never be at, like yoga studios and vegan restaurants. You would never catch me dead in them in my previous lifestyle. I was around rappers, killers, drug dealers, everything. So I started going to these different places and just eating at different restaurants, meeting different people. And I started working at these restaurants. I like befriended the owners. They loved me, my personality. And I just started working for free, actually. It's like, oh, we had these jobs. Who's going to do it? I was like, I'll do it, And I started from the bottom. Like you said, I started sweeping the floor, scooping the ice cream, like just sitting back, really researching,
the vegan
observing.
ice cream.
Yes, vegan ice cream.
Yeah.
And learning the whole ins and outs of how to run a vegan restaurant business. And I did that for a while, and I went on my own journey, and my hometown was calling me from L.A.
So you were doing that in L.A.?
I was doing that in L.A.
Okay.
Because, like, if I want to learn how to paint, I want to be the best painter. I'm going to go hang out with the best painters. I'm going to be in the paint. Like, just show me the paint. That's the type of person I am.
Yeah.
So, my hometown, Norristown, was calling me. Same people thought I was crazy 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So, hit me up on the low, like, yo, I bought a juicer. Yo, fam, I bought a juicer. Don't tell nobody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next time you home, all the homies was hitting me up now. It was like something cool, and something had struck, and they were all like, yo, next time you're home. So I came home for a month. I was like, my intention was just for a month, see what was going on. And I already had this knowledge of what I learned in L.A. So I came home for a month. I bought some produce and some jars, and brought my juicer, and I just started slinging juice out the house, man. I started trapping juice all day, all night, just to see if it was receptive in this area. And it just, boom, it took off, man. Selling thousands and thousands of juices out the house. So, like, for me, I'm not, as people, we get in our own way before we even try to jump off and take the risk. We'll be like, oh, I need the permits. Oh, I need the money. Oh, I need the, no, you don't understand.
You say no to your dream before you even get it out there.
Yeah. Me, I'm like, I'll take the risk first and deal with the consequences later. Because I'm doing something positive, and this is my dream, my passion. Nobody's going to stop it, especially not myself, you know what I mean? I'm at least run into that obstacle, you know what I mean, if I have to. But it was a lot of obstacles, taking it from a house to a store. And for me, I had bad credit because people always say, oh, you got good, you must have had good credit. And no, I had horrible credit from my last business. I have like horrible background check. If somebody were to check my background, but when you're living your passion and your dream and you're fully committed to it and nothing will stand in your way, it will all be in alignment. Like I call it God credit. You know what I mean? I got my store off God credit. There was no background check. There was no cosigner. There was no nothing, you know. It was just I happened to know the owner of the building when I came to look at it and didn't even know it. You know, and, oh, Vinny. And it just was like, here, you know, I trust you. I love what you're doing. You know, what? All right, my piece. Once you're on a mission and it's your passion, people will enroll in that. You know, they if you're moving and touching, and inspiring, and impacting people, people will enroll in that because they don't know anything else to enroll in. So just live your dream, man, and really live it. Don't half-ass it, you know, because when you do that, you're not going to let the space in for somebody to come in and say, hey, here's my building. I want you to put this here. You know, go hard. I got my sign for free. I got my website for free. I got, you know, the menus for free. Like everything falls into alignment because that's what I manifested 2-3 years ago. You know, I got a notebook and just started writing it down, what I wanted. What was it going to call? What's it going to look like? You know, I made a vision board 2 years ago. I just looked at it again. Like, I'm living everything I put on that vision board 2 years ago. Like, yeah, if there's something you really wanted to do, then don't let anybody get in the way of that. Not even yourself.
Wow. And this is, you have your first store, Gangster Vegan. It's called Gangster Vegan Organics. Crazy. In Norristown. And can we talk about you may be getting more?
Oh, yes. You know, yes. God willing, we'll be getting more locations. Yeah. We're in the works right now looking at a place in PA, but we would love to expand it however, wherever, you know. And we're in the works of maybe doing a franchise, you know, because a lot of people inquire about, you know, can we franchise? Can we open one ourselves somewhere? Like, that would be amazing, you know. Have one in Atlanta, Dallas, like wherever.
Somebody just asked me about Atlanta today via Twitter. Yeah. So, but no, man, I wanted to bring you on, one, because you held me accountable this week. Awesome. 2, I'm doing this juice fast. And 3, I like to see other people going through this transformation and navigating through adulthood. And you've clearly done that. Like, we come from the same, you were just on the product of shoes, clothes, T-shirts, and I was in the product of, you know, music, you know. So it was the same thing. We just kept going in and out of each other's lives, but kind of very similar. But man, if Vinny could do it, if I can do it, and I'm not even saying like we're not even done. We're just I'm just saying just starting going down the right path. Anybody can do it. So tell them your Instagram, your social media, so they can find you and follow you.
Cool. We're on Instagram, Gangster Vegan Organics. We're on Facebook, Gangster Vegan Organics. Our email is gangstervegan@gmail.com, and we're gangstervegan.com. Our address is 2454 West Main Street, Norristown, Pennsylvania, 19403.
Got you. And that's gangster with the ER, guys.
Yes.
Don't gangster it out. Yo, how about this? This is our second time doing this, and this is better. I like this one. This one was better.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I liked it.
Cool.
Well, look, navigating through adulthood, live from Gangster Vegan Organics. Navigating through adulthood. I will see you guys next week, next Monday, man. Thank you for checking it out. Tell everybody to follow. It's on iTunes. It's on SoundCloud. Just put it out there. Appreciate y'all, man. See y'all next week.
Peace.